Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne. What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne. All right, guys. So, man, we had to go live. It's been a minute. Been trying to get my affairs in order when it comes to, personal shit. But I wanted to kind of just get a finger on the pulse of the way modern women are moving today, because there's been so many stories here and there, videos. I mean, we got Shannon Sharp over here talking about he's given some red vitamin talking points, which is actually funny coming from him, because he kind of teeters on the line of being red vitamin and also blue pill as hell. So it's interesting to see here. We'll talk about that. And we're just going to react to some TikToks, honestly, because, ever since they said TikTok was not being banned, these modern women have been crashing out. And my dog obviously starts to growl once I go live. So that's always fun. But the first video I want to show you guys, it's a Thug Max Alpha Simp. It's a Thug Max Alpha Simp tale. This is something that we talk about all the time when it comes to these Thug Max Alpha Simps and, your girl having a celebrity crush, taking your girl to concerts to see their celebrity crush. You got the Chris Brown situation where people are paying him money to have their girl take a picture with him, completely cucking, the cucking of modern men. That's what it is, complete cucking of modern men. And it's happening in all demographics. But as it pertains to the Black community, we are going to have to react to this. It looks like she's a mixed sister coming in here talking about some, I had to break up with my boyfriend because he ain't on Lil Durk's level. Now, this one is wild. This shit is crazy, bro. You really can't make it up. And they will sit here and explain to us how, oh, well, Black men ain't this, Black men ain't that. But this is what y'all going for. A Thug Max Alpha Simp who is literally in federal prison right now for blatantly, stupidly, and just sloppily ordering hits. I mean, I could understand, and I don't condone any of this, but I could understand if he real life was on some secretive, keeping it down low, no evidence, no records type shit. But he wasn't at all, bro. He was text message threads, calling on a recorded line, moving sloppy, on probation, just violating any type of good faith that he got from the life that he was blessed with, honestly. And to squander something like that, and then to have your girl idolize a man like this is just crazy. But this is what goes on in the Black community, where you have these women who will exalt these rappers and all this kind of stuff. And we all know these rap dudes are pieces of shit, and they're part of the satanic agenda. Okay, they are part of this agenda to indoctrinate the Black youth into killing each other. And we could talk about that, but the reality is that these women, I don't know, they're enamored by these guys, and this is going to be a perfect example of the thug max alpha simp taking priority over the Malcolms, the hardworking Malcolms, mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable men. These Malcolms deserve the first crack at the most beautiful women in the community, but we're not getting that. They will already be pregnant by the time that a Malcolm gets to her, and then Malcolm is so kind and giving and loving that he gonna wife her up. I've seen it happen in the community over and over and over again. Malcolm is so kind and he's so loving and he's so generous that he is going to wife the woman up who got a baby by Lil Durk and, you know, is out here moving fast with these Thug Max Alpha Simps. Because make no mistake about it, the type of guy Durk is, you know, the company he keeps, he will get the people around him hurt. I mean, look at his brother. And I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to pile down on him, but I mean, he got he pretty much, it could have been street beef that, you know, his brother was involved in too. They probably both were street niggas and all this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, that life leads nowhere. Yet these women continue to still reproduce with them, still exalt them, still hold them in a high regard than the Malcolms, the mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable men who are genuinely trying to do the right thing. You have got so many Malcolms out here who are genuinely trying to do the right thing. They are underappreciated. They, you know, they talk about, oh, you know, come mentor these young men. The Malcolms is doing that. The Malcolms have been doing that. A lot of these women on Twitter and stuff will be like, well, black men keep complaining, but they ain't mentoring these YNs. Yes, we are. We've been mentoring these YNs and have died for it. Been mentoring these YNs and have died for it. Just look up shootout at Pee Wee football game. You're gonna see a whole bunch of different articles and stories, recent articles and stories. The Malcolms have been out here. We've been mentoring. We've been coaching. If you ever grew up in a black area, all your coaches are gonna be black, bro. In the Little League, in the AAUs, it would be rare if you have a white coach in AAU. The Malcolms are out here mentoring. The Malcolms are out here taking your badass kids and running their ass, you know, 6-7 miles a day and sending them back home too tired to hit licks, too tired to spin the block. That's what the Malcolms are doing. But y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all don't want to give these brothers grace because they ain't hood enough. They ain't street enough. The indoctrination is crazy. And they're trying to make it seem like the Malcolms have turned their backs on the community. That couldn't be further from the truth. The same men that y'all keep exalting and laying down with are the ones who turn their back on the community. The ones who are setting up other brothers to lose their life are the ones who turn their back on the community. And this is a perfect example of that. The wrong things being glorified and rewarded in the black community. Let's listen up.
I didn't know Lil Durk was still locked up. With that being said, it's free Lil Durk. Why? Because he is responsible for quite possibly one of the biggest spiritual awakenings of my life. I'm not kidding. About a year ago today, almost roughly, Drake came to town and Lil Durk opened for him. And I remember Lil Durk came out and my mom was sitting right next to me and she leans over and she was like, he looks like he smells good. And I was like, he does. Like he really did. And literally the whole night I was like, oh my gosh, like, am I a Lil Durk fan? Like I couldn't name you one Lil Durk song, honestly. Still to this day, I couldn't name one song, but he just looks so good. So I remember going home that night and I walked into my apartment and my boyfriend at the time was like, hey babe, how was the concert? And I was like, oh, it was great. Like in the back of my head, I was like, Lil Durk, Lil Durk, Lil Durk. But literally in the back of my head, I was like, I think our time is up. Like between me and him, I think our time is up because I feel like I have seen the other side. Like I've seen that it could be better for me, right? So I literally went to bed that night and I had a dream. I had a dream about Lil Durk. Not the dream that Martin Luther King had, right? But a dream nonetheless. And so I woke up the next morning and I was like, yeah, you need to pack your stuff. I think it's time to go. I made this big spiel about how, like, yeah, I feel like we're two totally different people, which is true. Like, we really had our issues, like, to be real. But Lil Durk was the catalyst. Like, to this day, Lil Durk opened my eyes, point blank, period. So yeah, it's free Lil Durk, free my.
Wow. And here's the thing, man. I fuck with Smirkio. Like, I fuck with his music. I've been fucking with Lil Durk since, you know, high school, since back in the day. Like, I like Durk's music, you know, and obviously I understand it's the difference between entertainment and all this kind of stuff. And I don't think children should listen to it. As a matter of fact, I was probably too young to be listening to Lil Durk anyway, but I liked it. And I'm not trying to disparage him in that regard. He, in my opinion, he didn't start off super talented, but then he started, you know, he really started keep getting a flow. And I mean, he has a swag about him. You know, it's hard to dislike him, the way he moves his music. But then when you see the evil that surrounds him and the evil that he partakes in himself, it's you can't overlook that. But the women will every time. These are the same women who say they want a man of God. Oh, I need a man of God. I need a man of God. But you're idolizing and worshiping Lil Durk, who literally is, you know, he's getting other black men knocked off. Unfortunately, I mean, that's just the truth, man. And the fact that we have to sit up here and listen to these modern women claiming that, oh, the black community, these brothers ain't out here mentoring all this kind of stuff. We've been doing that for decades, been trying to do that. But the problem is the mindset behind these you know, single mothers. And this woman, she definitely has the vibe of a future single mother. That's a huge issue. And that is a lot of the reason why the Malcolms, at this point, a lot of the Malcolms are saying, okay, you know, this ain't working. And it took this long, but you know, I'm glad there is an awakening going on, because we shouldn't have to subject ourselves to ridicule, unfair criticism, when the Malcolms are out here doing their job. Like, we're doing what we're doing. So let's go to the next story. We have Selena Gomez crying over Trump deportations. Now, this one was funny as hell, because y'all know we rocking with the FBAs on this one. It ain't our business. These deportations ain't our business. You know, shout out to all the Hispanic Americans who are here legally. We support legal immigration, but the illegal immigration, hell nah. And I support sending all they motherfucking asses back, okay? Because they are taking resources up from the black community. And you know, that I don't support that. Okay, I do not support that at all. And I think that you guys shouldn't support it either. But you know, it's up to you. But I just found it amusing that Selena Gomez is out here crying. Y'all know I love these tears of these. Pretty much, I mean, you got this post-wall woman out here trying to guilt trip us into feeling bad for illegal aliens who broke the law. And then not only that, but the illegal aliens that Trump is deporting right now, especially the first wave of this, or the first phase rather of this deportation effort, it's violent criminals. So she out here crying for murderers and rapists and all this kind of shit. And I just love to watch these hoes cry. So let's listen up.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. Only people are getting attacked. Children. I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
Yo, what the fuck is she talking about? The children. Ma'am, I'm sorry, but y'all ass got to go. Y'all ass got to go. And you know, she ain't say nothing about them 300,000 missing kids. I'm not trying to get too political, but I mean, these hoes want to cry about the wrong shit. They over here crying about the wrong shit. Okay. And I mean, it's just so funny that the allure of the Hollywood superstar or whatever. I mean, I wouldn't even consider her a superstar, but you know, it was a lot of, I don't remember what she did, but she did something when it comes to like Disney and, you know, she was on some little kid show. I don't even remember. I don't even know why she's famous, but you know, I remember my sisters talking about Selena Gomez every now and then, right? So if you had sisters growing up in the early 2000s, you know what it is. So the next video, man, we have to review I mean, it's kind of like one of those balloon popping shows, and you have a brother who is confronting a very hostile woman, and the screen is super small. So sorry for that. You won't be able to see it, but you have a brother confronting a hostile woman, and we're going to kind of break down the dynamic and just the dating dynamics in general are completely off, completely throwed. I mean, I hate to say it, but when it comes to dating, it really does seem like black men and black women are not getting along when it comes to dating. And this is another example of that. It's like the black women feel like they're too good for the black men. And then the black men are kind of just feeding off of their energy because a lot of these dudes really be thirsty as hell. And they think, I'm telling you, they think a lot of women who don't look good, and they would probably deal with the woman if she didn't come off combative. But I think the women are showing their hands and coming off combative off rip. And then, you know, the black men are kind of reacting in defense of, you know, their own position. So let's listen up.
Roderick, I'm 28, and I'm a plumber.
So he said Roderick, 28, and what?
Roderick, I'm 28, and I'm a plumber.
Oh, so he said he's a plumber. Wow. And there you go. There you go. This is a Malcolm. This is a bona fide, certified Malcolm. Mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. This is a blue-collar Malcolm. This is a blue-collar Malcolm. These are the guys that we talk about. These are the guys that we stand up for. These are the guys that we must protect. Because you have a black man who went into plumbing. And here's the thing about plumbing. You know, most plumbers, either you hate the job or you love the job, but to do that job, you gotta love shit. You gotta love playing and shit. You gotta love the smell of shit. You gotta, or not even love it, but at least be immune to it. So, you know, shout out to this brother. This is a real shitty nigga right here. You feel me? No, I'm just kidding. But we support our plumbers. We support our plumbers, and these are the people who make everyday life seem so easy, right? If we didn't have modern plumbing, where would we be at now? If we didn't have that PVC piping, if we didn't have that copper piping running under our homes or running through our attics, where would we be now? So you got this Malcolm, this brother who is literally, I mean, he literally has a skill that will never go away, that will never die. He has knowledge that will never leave him. It's evergreen. It always is producing something. Plumbers are always busy, and they are taxing right now. Trust. They are taxing right now because the supply of plumbers is low. This brother has a high demand job. This is a job that does not get replaced by AI. Okay, maybe the AI can tell you which you know, do some measurements for you, give you the architecture and all that shit, but you gonna have to hire my mans to come in there and slap some pipes down, you know, in that foundation. So these are jobs that ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. Okay, okay. These jobs are not going anywhere. So she would be lucky to have this brother. But they heard plumbing. These black women heard plumbing and pop, 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 pop. No other race of women have a problem with dating men who are plumbers. You see Hispanic women dating plumbers all the damn time. Hell, if the nigga can't plumb, what is he good for? Right? He hang out at Home Depot all day, and then they say, hey, I need a plumber. He getting passed up every time. So, I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Not no little young chick, but the way we set up, listen, these 40, 38, 37, 36, the way our bodies and life set up, look out, we're not it. So you can't.
What? These are ugly as fuck. Like, these bitches, I wish y'all could see it. They're literally ugly as hell, bro. They're literally ugly as hell. And do plumbing, and also even if you run your own plumbing company, you're making $100,000 a year if you actually work, right? All you got to do is work. All you got to do is get your ass up and work. That's it. You're making $100,000 a year easy doing plumbing. And if you got your own business and you're scaling, you could do way more. You got a few different guys on your team that you're training up, that you're mentoring. You could do way more because you can send more people to simpler jobs, not waste your time on those simple jobs, and do more of the high ticket jobs, more of the commercial jobs. So these women talking about we 30 something, we 40, bruh. A plumber is the exact type of man that you should be with, especially if you in your 30s and 40s. That's when you get a blue collar man. That's when the NBA players is all. If you fucking an NBA player at 30 and 40, you know it's all recreational. The NBA players, it's over with them. The rap niggas, it's over with them. The NFL niggas, it's over with them. The MLB niggas, over for them. So you can't get those types of guys anymore. So you need to get with a regular dude because you are a regular bitch. If not, less than regular bitch, you're a subpar bitch. These hoes are not cute at all. Like, not bad at all. And they think they are. And that's the problem.
Can't tell us nothing. I'm just being honest.
I'm saying though, you guys are 40 on a dating show.
Oh.
We are a 40 on a dating show. Guess what?
40 on a dating show for real. Like, bitch, you got kids. You are a grand mammy.
Because the way dating is set up, so you would realize when
The way dating is set up, she got excuses already. See, the way dating is set up, bitch, dating is set up the same for everybody. We all got the same 24 hours in a day to commit to what you want. And you had them same 24 hours, and you probably was just fucking around and getting your cheeks clapped by different hood ninjas and Thug Max Alpha Simps. Because I guarantee if this brother would have came up here and said, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, I got motion, I move shit, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a street pharmacist, you know what I'm saying. If he would have came up with that vibe, I guarantee they would have been rocking with it.
when you get to 40, that shit is not what you think it is.
How many kids you got?
My baby daddy vibe.
What does that mean?
You look at my baby daddy.
What does that mean?
King's pie.
Like what?
This is my baby daddy.
So now they're trying to shame him because he, saying that he has kids, which they can't even confirm. They're trying to shame him, saying how many baby mamas you got, how many kids you got, when we all know these hoes got kids.
Okay.
How old are you?
One picnic. Only one picnic she got, and only one picnic I got. And
You have no kids?
We're not gonna know a lot of baby daddy or no.
So they literally admitted that they had kids. Listen.
Only one picnic she got, and
Only one she got.
only one picnic I got.
And only one she got. So they're making fun of this brother. See, she's using this Jamaican accent to like throw people off so they can't understand what the fuck she's saying. What she said was, I got a kid and my homegirl got a kid. We got one kid, but only one. We only got one kid and we 40, honey. We did that shit. No, you failed in life, bitch. You fucking failed in life, ho. That's what happened. You failed in life, and you are trying to justify it by saying, well, shit, I only had one kid. Bitch, you're a single mom, and you're still single at 40, and you had a kid, bro. And you're trying to make fun of a nigga for assuming. You even assume you didn't even ask. He didn't even answer if he had kids. She just assumed off rip he had kids. Bitch, you got a kid and your friend got a kid, and now you're making fun of people who have kids now? You're 40 on a dating show. The brother had to remind her.
This is my baby daddy.
How old are you?
One picnic.
How old are you?
Only one picnic she got, and only one picnic I got. And
You have no
that's
kids?
it. We're not gonna know a lot of baby daddy or no lot of picnic.
What does
So
that
make
mean?
it know.
So she's saying she doesn't have a lot of baby daddies, But you got one.
Shit.
You don't have a man at 40.
And guess what? I don't care because guess what? Anybody
You
know
don't
the
have a
life I
man at
live?
40.
I'm a traveler. Travel
sell
the
yourself?
world. It don't matter. A nigga don't make me.
There you go. There you have it. A nigga don't make me. And there you go. There you have it. This is why black men are walking away from the community. Why should any man have to deal with this? Look how she's talking to him. She has no respect for this brother. She has no respect for this brother. She has no respect for black men, period. That's just what it comes down to. She got no respect for black men. And that's why she's acting this way toward him. I done told y'all, brothers, about letting these hoes call you the ninja word. A nigga don't make me. A nigga don't make me. I mean, how could you get... I mean, that's super disrespectful, and y'all letting that shit ride.
Let's make that clear, honey. At 40,
Nobody said a nigga gotta make you.
Nobody's running my show. I'm running my own
40,
show at
you 40 running around like you 20.
Guess what? I'm not. Is it because I look young? That's because
Nobody
God has
said you
blessed
look
me.
young.
He didn't say you look young, bitch. He said you're 40, walking around like you're 20, like you're dressed like you're 20, but you're 40, and we all know that you're 40.
Like a hater.
So now he sounds like a hater when you were hating on his job, and you were hating on, you know, the fact that he may have had kids. Dude. I mean, and these are real live interactions that go down in the black community every single day. Every single day. Okay? Every single day. That's the facts. So let's quickly check on the men. How are the men doing here? We got a lot of men who are out here, honestly, crashing out online. Specifically, this is one of like the second video that I've seen of, you know, a lot of these white incel guys. They're getting online and they're completely crashing out. Like, honestly, I don't know what Buddy is doing, filming himself crying and doing all this stuff. You have to stop. You have to have some self-respect. But it's explaining how he doesn't really have family. He doesn't really have anybody. He's never kissed a girl or something like that. So let's listen up.
Actually redone this a couple of times, but my name is Jeremy Hopper, and it's nice to meet y'all, to anyone who sees this. But I'm the last member of my family left. There ain't nobody else. They've passed away. I'm 27, and my mama died before she was even 40. My baby brother and baby sister both passed away as infants. And today I realized that if anything were to happen to me today, not a single person on this earth would know I was gone. And I truly doubt anyone would care. And I want some record that I existed, that I was here.
So, I mean, obviously, this is a very sad and heart-wrenching video. It kind of just proves that men are completely overlooked in society today. Now, obviously, he is of dating age, and, you know, he probably should have a girlfriend. Like, maybe 50 years ago, he would have had a wife and kids and started his own family, you know, not to compensate for, but to, you know, create something that he's always wanted in his life, since his family, you know, are deceased, and that's a horrible situation. But I don't advise you to film this stuff and go online, because your digital footprint will be forever destroyed. And women hate seeing men cry. That's what you guys got to understand. You cannot get online and cry like this, bro. Not like this. Not like this. You cannot get online and cry like this. All of your legitimacy will be undermined. The women will look at you as if you are weak. Your masculinity will obviously be called into question. And you know, even though they say they're the most empathetic and all this kind of stuff, it's not true. They will use this video against you. And honestly, I mean, it's not, you shouldn't have done this, bro. Maybe you should have just talked to somebody, maybe talk to a friend, something. But it just shows you how lonely modern men are. And you know, it's a lot of people blackpilling off of this video, which I thought was very interesting, because this man should be with his looks match, and there's a lot of women who are his looks match in the dating market on, you know, Hinge or Tinder. Even though, you know, I don't suggest he get on dating apps. He's just not there yet. He's not ready to do that yet. But there's women who are his looks match all over the place, but because they believe that they deserve a top tier guy, they're not going to get with this dude. So with that being said, let me get to a video of a woman who doesn't really understand her looks match. All right.
Literally no one's asked me, but my most humbling experience is when I go on Hinge and I look at my likes. Literally no one's asked me, but my most humbling experience is when I go on Hinge and I look at my likes.
So it's kind of low. The volume's low and I can't really turn it up any. But she said her most humbling experience is when she goes on Hinge and looks at her likes. And the problem is that the guys that like her are most likely her looks match. The guys that like her are the guys that I just showed y'all in the previous video. Those are the types of dudes who are liking her. Because, I mean, what the hell is she even talking about? It's not like she's no bad bitch. Like, I'm really trying to figure out what she really has going on. Honestly, she's got a very round face. And then it's not even that her chin is big. It's just the mouth shape. Like, she's got some extra fat on the bottom of her lip, but her lips are really small. So it's more skin than lip. And then you got that big old chin that also has fat. You know, you see the fat collecting right under her neck. You see, like with my shit, I mean, obviously there ain't no fat here. But with her shit, especially when she's looking down at the camera, you can see the blubber, you know what I'm saying, right under her neck. And I mean, it's just it's like, baby, like, you're not bad. You're not like fine or nothing. You're not that. You're not what you think you are. You're probably a solid 5. I didn't get to see her body like that, but she's a solid 5. The face kind of look fat. The fingers also kind of look a little fatter than normal. So maybe she is fat. I'm gonna have to actually go to her TikTok, because the fingers actually look a lot thicker than I would expect from a woman, you know, who is in shape, right? Liz Harris, what is that? 3 R's or 2 R's? 2 R's, 2 S, 2 Z's. All right. Let me see. Well, I mean, it doesn't look like she's that fat. Okay, so I'm looking at the page. Nah, so she ain't fat, but it's just like your face is very round. And then, oh shit, without makeup, holy fuck. It's not that fi at all, bro. What up, Tayshawn? What up, Drofo G? What up, Daniel Pierce on X? This without makeup, and she's a big catfish. Big catfish. When someone says go to hell, but I'm 27, a 27-year-old still living at my parents' house. So she's still living at her parents' house and got the nerve to be denying a whole bunch of dudes on Hinge who like her videos or who like her pictures or whatever, her profile. Ma'am, your looks match, liked you on Hinge, and that's all I'm gonna say. The dude that you're supposed to be with is probably in the friend zone. That's all I'm gonna say. Because ain't no way, like Shorty, you are not that tough. You're not that tough at all. So we're gonna show another video on how modern women catfish, and this one is actually gonna be pretty disturbing. It really is. So let's get into it right here. How modern women catfish in gym clothes.
This is my booty before the Hilera leggings. Let me show you the after. And after, there is no padding in here. This is literally all just from these freaking leggings.
Wow. So you see how she's tucking the stomach? Look how she tucks the stomach. Oh my God. What the fuck is all this skin? Like, yo, it's like she used to be a fat bitch. Well, she's still fat, but it's like she just has a weird body.
I love them so dang much.
And she's trying to contort it as if, you know, she's some thick gym baddie or some shit.
You haven't tried these brand new ones by Hilara? You need to run and grab them. They are so freaking good. They're all
damn, and look at all her fat like stored right here. Oh God, it's disgusting.
so extremely comfortable, super stretchy. Have a tummy control.
Tummy control, bitch. It looked like you got a dick hanging sideways. Look at this shit. Look, here the nuts right here. And that's literally fat from her stomach hanging over her vagina, mind you. Nigga, this ain't even no camel toe. This is a nigga, this is a goddamn moose toe or some shit. What the hell? I mean, this shit is ridiculous, bro. And then she's like catfishing too.
Here and
It literally looks like she got a dick right here. And that's stomach fat hanging over her vagina that she tucked into her leggings. Now tell me how men are the problem again. Bro, please. There's so many examples of this. Like, this ain't even the only one, but this is one of the most egregious. I would say one of the most egregious because this shit is fucking nasty. Like, imagine if you was smashing. Imagine if you was about to smash, you met her in the club, or hell, even you met her at the gym, and you know you didn't notice the dick print or whatever, and you get her back to the crib. And boom, it's OV. She's showing you this catfish body. I mean, what an awkward moment. A lot of niggas will have to, you know, decipher if they gonna see it through my boy or nah. But Shorty literally tucked her stomach fat into her leggings, and it looks like a dick and balls, bro. And it's literally just stomach fat going and blocking, hanging over her vagina, bro. I hope RFK clean this shit up and get these fat hoes the fucking shape, because this shit is cooked, bro.
I'm sold.
Wow. So we also have another video from It's About Jaden Daniels, and y'all know that former college athlete here. We always love talking about college, dating in college, dating as an athlete in college, and protecting yourself from predatory women who are looking to take advantage of your newfound wealth, especially now with the NIL and your fame. So we have a video. They're saying, started in college, where Jaden Daniels' mom says her main concern with Jaden were the girls. Okay, she says that was what she was mostly concerned about, and hoping that he didn't get sidetracked or distracted. And obviously he didn't. He ended up winning the Heisman and going to the Commanders, taking his team all the way to the semifinals of the NFL playoffs, and they got knocked out but it's okay because they had a great season. He had a great rookie season, and I mean, he should be rookie of the year. He's so talented, so good at throwing the football, so good at situationally maneuvering, and I think they need a few more weapons to be a Super Bowl contender, and especially on defense. But I mean, they've got a shining star franchise guy and Jaden Daniels, and we're all happy for him. And we're happy that he didn't get distracted by the ladies. But let's listen to his mom give some red pill game on this. And it just goes to show that women, what they do in their dating lives, they won't want for their sons. So the way they finessing niggas and send me the cash app and doing all this stuff to men, they don't want their sons to be taking advantage of women like that. And most likely they will be taking advantage of women like that because they raise their sons to be simps. Now, in this case, it looks like his mom had some red pill game and she made sure that he wasn't no simp and wasn't going to get married prematurely, commit to a relationship prematurely before, getting his next big contract, which he's up for a big contract after, his current contract expires. He's up for the big bucks, and he's going to be a guy to be paid. He's going to be one of the highest paid players in the NFL just in a few years.
Now that Jaden is getting ready to take this next big step, what concerns you the most?
Girls. Name girls. Some girl out here, she's got Jaden Daniels' wall, and her mama said, hey, honey, you're going to be the one who's going to go get him. And I know that sounds crazy, but I guarantee there's someone out there who's trying to get their hooks into Jaden Daniels. So thank God he got a mama like me, because it ain't happening.
I bet she did say something like that.
Oh, man. That is pretty telling. And it shows you that women know what be going on in the dating market, and they love to gaslight you and say, hey, men need to start doing this, men need to start doing that. But in reality, women need to start checking each other. Okay. They need to start checking each other and putting a stop to this, because just like they'll say, oh, well, men use one for this. Man. No, not really. The only thing a man can really use a woman for is the cheeks. That's pretty much it. Because these hoes ain't giving up shit. Really. They really aren't. And this is another example. Eliza Rain, Future's baby mama. She admits, and this is a huge issue in the community, she admits that she basically traps niggas. Let's listen.
Everybody have their preferences in life, right? I don't chase women.
They chase you.
For sure. So I'm always the person that's going to be on the A side.
So this Mr. Organic talking with Eliza Rain and them.
With him before you found that out.
And that's
I was.
See, you would have fell for the booby trap if I
So she was flirting with Mr. Organic. She was flirting with Mr. Organic, and basically she found out that he was red pill. He had a red pill mindset, and then now she's trying to act like she didn't want him, but obviously she wanted him. But now she's trying to backtrack it, and look at her defense.
Listen, first quarter, I'm begging. I don't care.
See, you're out of here. I'm
begging.
Why would
first
I help
quarter.
you?
Wait a minute. Hold.
So she said, first quarter, I'm begging. Like, first quarter, send me the money, send me the cash app, send me this, send me that. That is her MO.
First quarter.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
See what I'm saying?
I don't care.
Hold on. Listen. Hold on.
Keep it real.
She
Go
said
ahead.
first quarter, I'm begging.
Baby, I want this.
Explain to the people what
begging is. If I see something that I like, I want it, I'm going to ask you to get it for me. And if you tell me no, bye-bye, don't call my phone anymore.
Simple. And
First
that'd be
quarter.
okay. I understand. See, you're that type of a woman, and I'm this type of guy, and I will understand that, and I'll let you go. It's fine. I'm not missing nothing. You ain't missing nothing.
See, I really
See how
wish
that
you would have
go?
caught the beginning exchange between you guys
and you know
on
what?
camera. Because to see how flirtatious you were with him.
And I love that this bigger sister is calling her out, because she's saying, girl, you was on this man's dick, and then now you asking for money, and then it turns him off. Now you trying to act all player like you just be doing this shit. When we all know she giving up pussy for free. Here's what happens. They'll talk a big game. Oh, I need you to cash at me. I need you to send me a Birkin. But they're really just fucking the street nigga. They're really just fucking the thug max alpha simp for the free ski. And you know, I'm not saying Future ain't no trick, and he didn't trick on her, but he damn sure didn't want to claim the baby, and he damn sure did not. I mean, obviously he didn't show up in the kid's life, and then he also doesn't want anything to do with her. So she fucked him for the free ski, most likely, and trapped him. Probably got off the birth control, said she was on birth control, none of me, daddy, all that shit. I guarantee she said that shit. Had the baby with him. He denied that it was even his for a minute, and then they got the paternity test, proved that it was his. You know, he's sending the money as far as child support goes, but he don't want nothing to do with her. And because she's collecting child support from Future, she thinks she could just run every nigga like that. Well, ma'am, now, I mean, you're tarnished in the game. You're a baby mama to Future. You're tarnished in the game. Okay? You're completely tarnished in the game. Shout out to Mike on X. He said, if it wasn't working, they wouldn't do it. Clearly, you're underestimating the simping in society. I'm not saying that it's not working. I'm not saying that these hoes ain't getting a bag from these guys. It's not what I'm saying at all. I'm telling you that she's fucking for free. The guys who are sending money to her, they don't ever get the fuck. Does that make sense? The guys who are in the Instagram sending money to her Cash App, they never get the fuck. She's like, they're probably saying, oh, I'll fly you out. Da-da-da-da. Well, she's like, send a deposit. They send a deposit and she blocks them. That's how this shit goes. I'm telling you right now. And then she goes and fucks the thug max alpha simp for the free ski, which she did with Future.
He's so come on now, ladies.
So what if you would have not found that out?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I still would have been begging. First quarter.
But okay. Think about it. We already took place.
She a lie. That's cap. If they wouldn't have, now she has to stand on it. But in the streets, when people are touching grass, she sees him, she likes him, she pulls up to him, boom, boom, bap. They chat in the club, whatever. They exchange contact. She's trying not to fuck that up because she knows she got a kid. She's a baby mama, and she's a baby mama to Future. She's at least trying to get some dick. So I guarantee in real life, when they authentically, like the nigga who pull up on a gas station and get the clap the cheeks, they're not requiring anything from those guys. I'm telling you.
That's right. So before you got to bed, we met you, we out, blah, blah, blah.
You're not getting in my panties without you coming out the pocket, period.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
And it's not
that's
even
crazy.
a case where I call it selling pussy.
What is it then?
Because
she definitely sells pussy. I told you guys, any woman with over 100K followers on any social media platform and you can't visibly see a source of income from what they're doing, they're selling pussy.
I'm not going to say pay me and I'm going to give you
Asking for something, that's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Okay, explain.
You have to do it with class.
Boom. I mean, there you have it. So we're going to take a brief break before we get to some more video reactions. We will be right back. But I mean, what I tell you, she said, oh, well, it's not necessarily I'm selling pussy. No, bitch, you are selling pussy. But we'll be right back.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.
All right. Made it just in time. But, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's some crazy shit going on. So, we're going to react to this woman crying because her boyfriend just dumped her. Apparently, they got an apartment together, and they both signed a lease. So, goddamn, I was sprinting. All right, let's listen up.
If you think you're having a bad day, this is the current state of the apartment that I have had for the last 3 years of my life. I foolishly and fucking stupidly decided to have my now ex-boyfriend sign a lease with me until August of 2025. And he broke up with me out of fucking nowhere tonight. And now I'm in the middle of going to school. And I had a partner that I was depending on paying 50% of the rent with. So now I have to give up my apartment to him.
Damn.
And uproot my entire life. So I'm now going to be 31 years old. And I'm moving back in with my
Parents.
With my parents.
Of course.
I am so fucking sick of this. Like, I genuinely mean this. I am never dating again.
Cap.
I don't think I can physically do this anymore. So, if you think you're having a bad day,
well, you heard it here first, man. I mean, she completely got cooked. Looks like they signed the lease, and obviously she's not going to tell us what she did, like her part, or his side of the story rather. But I'm sure there's something in there. You know, when you move in together, there are things that each person expects from each other, and if those things aren't fulfilled really quickly, like this is what I typically see happens. Like, here's the problem with them. She moves in and they're going 50-50 on the rent. Because they're going 50-50 on the rent, she feels like she should be doing the same amount of work as him to upkeep the home. And obviously, if you're a guy and you move into anything with a woman, you're going to be expecting her to do those things. And they weren't aligned on that. And that's what it is. But the reality is modern women are not traditional anymore. They don't really want to cater to the men anymore. They don't want to wait on men. They don't want to, like, back in the day, I would see, my dad say, "Hey, honey, go get me this. Hey, honey, go get me that. Hey, honey, go." That is not, you can't do that anymore. I mean, you can if your game is solid, But ultimately, I mean, honestly, you can't even you pretty much can't ask a woman to do anything outside of her purview, because it has to be something that she volunteers. Otherwise, she gonna feel offended. All right. And this is just something that feminism has indoctrinated into women. The modern women pretty much have a certain disdain for doing tasks for men. So what I am reading from this story, obviously, she didn't tell us much. But the fact that they moved in and they're going 50-50 on the rent tells me everything I need to know, because he's expecting her to take the homemaker role, and she's saying it's out of nowhere. There's no way it's just out of nowhere. Or maybe, he started realizing, hey, I can't ask her to do this. I can't ask her to do that. And she don't want to do this. And she don't want to do that. And then now it's just like, why the hell am I even living with a woman? Why the hell am I even living with anybody if, all she's doing it? And it looks like he doesn't even care about paying the full rent, because all she's doing is just taking up space and not really doing shit. And then her thing is, oh, well, I'm working and all this kind of stuff. That's what starts to happen. So we're going 50-50 on the rent. I'm tired. I don't want to do this. And that's where it goes. So I would say the main mistake that he made was going 50-50 on the rent. If you are going to move in, bro, you got to handle that part at least. And then you can actually have some say in how the household is run. But once you go 50-50, then you completely, I mean, it's like being a quarterback and getting blindsided from the bottom. Like, you get your legs taken right up from under you, and then you flip, and then your back hits the floor and your head just like slams it down. That's exactly what it is. And a lot of men just can't avoid this situation. And there's going to be a power dynamic. It's the power dynamic that is killing a lot of men right now. This guy just had the balls to walk away and say, hey, I'm in the relationship because I'm not really, liking how things are going, whatever was going on. And she's got to move out. She has got to move out, go back to her parents' house. And these are, mind you, these are the same chicks who say, I don't want no man who living with his parents. I don't want no man who ain't got his own. Da, 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 da. But it seems like this man is pretty much willing to pay for the whole apartment himself. I don't know where the 50-50 thing came in. Maybe it was something that she suggested because she's feminist minded. I'd have to go through her TikToks more to really see. But the context of this video right here, I think I'm pretty spot on as to what happened in this relationship. So let's see. Here's another story that popped up. We got Bobby Altoff. She is the woman. She basically was like dating this white dude. Not dating. She was married to this white man, and then she was married to this white man. And then what happened was she started this podcast, and the podcast was her like in bed, talking to rappers and shit, which was very weird. And how she even got connected to rappers and being in the space of pop culture, social media, and black hip hop culture in general is shocking. It's confusing. I don't know. To me, she's an industry plant because she literally did nothing to get connected to these guys except maybe be a woman. That's the only thing. And it ain't like she's like some bad bitch or anything like that. She's very mid. But she pretty much divorced her husband and she left him to go to the streets. And then, after she left him, she's like out at concerts and she's out doing all this kind of stuff, turning up, partying and flexing with rappers. And then what happens is she gets, she's seen with different rappers, and then she gets with this NBA player and she posted, and that's where she went wrong. She posted a story of her, you know, hooking up with this NBA player and thinking shit was sweet. And I promise you, I haven't even seen the whole video. I just kind of saved the videos because I want to react to it live. I promise you, his hoes came out the woodwork and they were DMing her, and be like, "Oh, you with my da da da," like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's exactly what happened. Is part of it is like women not wanting to see another woman happy, and then another part of it is you don't post your relationship online because she. I guarantee her DMs got full of, you know, I mean, he's in the NBA, full of the groupies who were in his DMs or vice versa. And they're, you know, saying, "Oh, way he gone." Just the same thing that happened with Jeremy Reeves. Remember, I broke that down where the stripper bitch came out and was like, "Oh, not Jeremy Reeves," when he proposing to this white bitch and he was just in my DMs. For one, that never happened. It wasn't even true. She made it up, and then the nigga had to check her. She apologized, and hopefully he sues her ass, but I don't think he's gonna sue her. Just because, you know, brothers, you know, we're not really litigious like that. That's kind of like the sisters lane and, you know, white women Karen's lane and all that kind of stuff. But black men, we're not really litigious like that unless it has to do with like a police shooting. Then obviously niggas gonna take that shit all the way. But when it comes to just you know, basic defamation stuff, you know, black men aren't really litigious like that. So we're not taking, "Oh, she said this about me." I'm not taking it to court like that. But and maybe we should start doing that. But as of now, we're not really that litigious. And Bobby, you know, basically left her husband to go to the streets, and then she gets with this NBA player, and then she posts the picture or the story publicly. And I'm telling you, all his bitches came out the woodwork and was probably like, he ain't finna pop out with this white bitch, and I've been down for him, you know, traveling and being his like NBA groupie. See, they don't like that because he didn't wife her up. He didn't want to be seen public with these whores, right? But he would be seen public with Bobby, which honestly I don't even get, because why are you? I mean, it is kind of a clout move, I guess, to get his name out there to be seen with her because she's kind of famous too in the social media realm. I mean, I could understand why he would want to pop out with her and not with some of the other hoes that he, you know what I'm saying, that he probably had in the DMs. But she is about to talk about the shitstorm that happened when she posted this man, this NBA player. And this is something that a lot of women who are dating these athletes experience. So let's listen up.
Just like hard to imagine finding someone who is like truly good for you. It's hard to imagine there's a world where there's like someone who's actually meant for you.
I would give the pain a 10. A lot of people do tell you it's not that bad and things like that, but me personally, it hurt it really.
Okay, so she made this TikTok about when my friends asked how it was getting broken up with after soft launching my first relationship post-divorce.
Really bad.
Really no tea. I have nothing negative to say about said person.
So there you have it. See, it wasn't necessarily that he did something wrong. It was that he, you know, he probably did some damage in the streets, and he probably had some jealous hoes coming in and DMing her and all this kind of stuff. I'm telling you, modern women love embarrassing men on social media. So this is something that's going to happen to you guys, especially, you know I got some, you know, some niggas who play ball and shit who watch my videos. You're going to know that this shit is going to happen to you as well. If you try and post a girl that you've been seeing steady or whatever like that, or she posts you, you're going to get trolled and she's going to get trolled. And that's exactly what happened in this situation.
Me and my ex-husband broke up in July of 2023.
And then also the fact that she tried to soft launch this relationship with a black man, she probably had the white supremacists in her DMs too, saying, "Oh, you know, mud shark," or "Oh, he's gonna make you pay the toll," or all this kind of stuff. So she was probably getting hit from all angles. Like, oh, you're about to ruin your genetics, even though, I mean, obviously this dude is top of the line genetics, NBA, athletic, tall as hell. I mean, you can't get any more genetically superior than this nigga. But, you know, that's what they're going to hit her with in the DMs. So, you know, she was probably getting hit by multiple angles. She was not only getting hit by his hoes, but she was also getting hit by the white supremacists who were going to come in her DMs and give her shit about dating a black man. So especially since she divorced a white man to go to the streets and be a part of black culture. So, you know, that's something that really, I mean, it really hurts these white men's feeling. It really does, bro. And they take it personally, and they will definitely come in the comments or the DMs or do whatever to try and get under your skin. And it probably was too much for her. And then the brother, obviously, he's just like, oh, I mean, okay. I mean, still hit. That's really what it came down to.
And I didn't talk to anybody else or anything for about a year after.
So she says she ain't talked to nobody for a year after. Now that's cap, because we seen her with multiple dudes in the bed, and they're saying that she actually divorced her husband because of the Drake in bed interview that she did with Drake, and they're saying Drake smashed. So we all know that's cap.
And then I got lonely, met a guy around.
Did she say I got laid? Hold on.
And I got lonely, met a guy.
Then I got what? Oh, lonely. She said I got lonely.
Year after. And then I got lonely, met a guy.
So just understand the timeline. This is extremely important. When a woman divorces her husband of, you know, however long, it takes about a year. And honestly, I don't believe her at all. I guarantee she went out and fucked some dude within the next like 2 to 3 months. But we're going to take her word for it. And we're going to say, okay, it takes about a year for her to get, quote unquote, get lonely and start craving a relationship again. So just understand, guys, like, and this is for all the white guys too, who, you know, got divorced and whatnot. They're going to start getting lonely in about a year. And then they're going to have those thoughts of regret and all this kind of stuff. And I guarantee she's probably contacted her ex and said, what I did to you was wrong, da 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 da. Or maybe she didn't. Maybe she's standing on 10. I don't know. But a lot of times you get those chicks who will do that wild shit and violate, and then they'll come back and, you know, apologize or whatever and be like, oh yeah, I want you back. But then by then it's too late. I don't think this guy's taking her back. Hopefully he doesn't, if he has any self-respect. But we know. I mean, y'all know how it is.
Around Thanksgiving. And I think things moved really fast. I don't know. I thought it was fucking fate.
I think things move really fast. She thought it was fate. So she probably let bro hit on the first night. And we fought on the first night. Y'all know that Ty Dolla song? Don't make me wait. Yeah. Don't make me wait. And let me fall on the first night. Nah, but yeah, so she said it moved really fast. She probably let him hit on the first night. And then what happened?
And I think things moved really fast. I don't know. I thought it was fucking fate. Clearly it wasn't. It was really sweet, really fucking thoughtful. And he just was very thoughtful. And I think that it raised the bar for me.
So it raised the bar for her because he was really thoughtful. But here's the reality. This is an NBA nigga. So he getting $100 million. Well, I ain't gonna say he getting $100 million check, but he getting $1 million checks. It's not hard for a nigga like that to, you know, do some thoughtful shit, like send, you know, some fake ass flowers for like $250 or some shit like that. Them everlasting flowers, you know what I'm saying? It's not that hard for a nigga to do that. And then from her perspective, oh, this is, like she said, it raises the bar. And this is the hypergamy aspect of it, because now that is her standard. Now her standard is NBA nigga who sends her, you know, lunch and then a fake bouquet of like those sparkly fake flowers and shit. Now her standard is, okay, the next guy that I deal with has to do the same thing, if not better. And that's the problem with hypergamy. She thinks that she is elevating and dating up, when in all actuality, she's dating men who give less of a fuck about her, but they're doing more, quote unquote, technically for her, even though I'm sure her husband did a lot of shit for her. Let's keep it real. I guarantee her husband was a big blue pill beta male simp. I guarantee he did everything that she asked. I guarantee that he went with everything that she said. I guarantee he did not tell her no. I guarantee, when they were having marriage issues, he blamed it on himself. And he was, probably, the traditional man and other stuff. I mean, we could show you a picture of her husband. I mean, he seems like a good guy. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't talked anything. He hadn't said a word about their relationship at all. So, I mean, that tells you that the guy is, I mean, that shows pretty high integrity. I'm not going to lie. He's not trashing her online. He was probably a really good guy. They were looks matched, right? As a matter of fact, he probably could have done better, but ultimately, I think they were looks matched. So this was who she was always supposed to be with, but she got a taste of the fame and she got a taste of the hip hop culture. And no man wants his wife to be going out to a concert premiere at 12 a.m. And y'all know when these artists say the show starts at 12, it ain't starting till 2. It ain't starting till 2. Them niggas may not even show up till 2. And then they gonna do a little 15 minutes in the club and leave with your bitch. So, I mean, no man is gonna do that. And he saw where this was going and he left her. And obviously he's just some, well-to-do. I'm not even gonna say he's well-to-do, but he's just some, some white dude. And obviously are we back, guys? Let me just make sure we back. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Okay. All right, it looks like we're back. Sorry about that. But yeah, so I mean, you have basic Brad here, and he was, for all intents and purposes, he was the man for her. He was a good guy. He was the guy that she probably should have been with. Their looks matched, everything. I mean, look, they damn near look like brother and sister. And that's probably how the relationship ended up developing. And he probably didn't want her out and about in the clubs and doing all this hip hop shit, right? Because he's obviously don't want his girl to get fucked by some rapper. So they ended up calling it quits. Let's keep going.
The bar for me sometimes sucks because then it's like, fuck, I didn't want the bar to be raised at all.
So she didn't want the bar to be raised, even though I guarantee her husband set a very high standard of just the intangibles, the love, the adoration, the thoughtfulness, the caring. I guarantee he was that type of guy. He set that standard when it came to the intangibles. But because she is a modern woman and she's hypergamous in her nature, she wanted more. And once she got access to the hip hop life and the hip hop side of things, and she started to understand that, hey, these guys who I'm doing interviews with, the Lil Yachty's of the world, the YGs of the world, the Drakes of the world, they're getting paid $40,000, $60,000 a night to show up to some club for 15 minutes. So yeah, those are the guys that I actually want to sleep with. And my husband, he don't make that much money. He's kind of lame. He's kind of boring. He's kind of, white picket fence. And she wanted more excitement, and this is the detriment when it comes to the celebrity adoration and the social media influencing the dating market and hypergamy in today's day and age.
But nevertheless, it didn't work out. He broke up with me. Then he ended his breakup. Then I broke up with him.
So he broke up with her. Then he came back, probably to clap, right? Then she broke up with him. Here's a reality. They were never dating. He was just clapping the cheeks. That's literally what happened. And she thinks that they were dating, and obviously they were not.
He ended his breakup. Then I broke up with him. And then when I tried to undo my breakup, there was no undoing it. He was done. So yeah, that's the tea. Back at it. Dating is just hard, you guys. Like, I don't know, because I know people are gonna be like, just focus on your kids and you don't need anybody. I get it.
Oh, I forgot they had kids too. Now that's crazy. She done left that she done left that white man with kids too, and you know he probably taking care of them things most of the time. And oh man, I mean, this dude did the most amicable divorce ever. I'm reading about it now. They agreed to pay their own attorney fees and block the court's power to award spousal support. So, I mean, he got a good deal for himself. He don't have to support her financially, and they agreed to pay their own attorney fees. So, I mean, the guy's smart. He made the right move in dipping out on his hoe. But, you know, I'm sure that he wish he'd get that time back.
I know. I love my kids. I'm a really fucking good mom, and I don't have to prove that to you guys. And their dad's a great dad, and he does a great job with them. He's an incredible dad. I have zero complaints about.
There you go. He's an incredible dad. He's a great dad. He's a great person. He's a great human being. I'm telling you guys, they do not want this, bro. And a lot of you guys, love to cope in my comments, bro. Y'all love coping in my comments. I'm telling you. Like, you're like, oh, stop being this degenerate. Stop being this. Stop being that. Stop. Bro, the more you try and act all goody two shoes, bro, the more you're just going to get absolutely fucked. I mean, he may have not got divorce rate financially, but he definitely got divorce rate when it comes to public embarrassment. I mean, he literally got the highest level of public embarrassment, and he probably doesn't look like it. He doesn't look at it like that because he's trying to be the good man, but he literally got the highest level of public embarrassment that a lot of these the groypers and the Wignat white supremacist groups cry about. He literally got his bitch stolen by a black man for the world to see, and this is something that, you know, he could have lashed out at. He could have raged at this and you know, crashed out about it. But he's a good guy, and he's been completely quiet about it. Hasn't taken any interviews about it. Been taking care of the kids. I guarantee he has the kids majority of the time. And wow, I mean, it's crazy how she completely wrecked her home over what, to hang out with, you know, these Thug Max Alpha Simp niggas.
Us as co-parents. That said, I was 21 when we met. He was 30. I was really young.
So he was 30, she was 21, and now she's saying, oh, age gap. Oh, it's almost like she's trying to give her an excuse. Oh, I was really young. I was groomed. Dude, get the fuck out of here. We all know that if this guy, if he would have been making them the money that these rap niggas was making and had the same clout, you would have stayed with him. It's just hypergamy. You don't have to explain it to us. We already understand.
Was immature, and our kids are so much better off with us apart. So I'm gonna go back.
Our kids are better off with us apart. Wow. She real life said that out her mouth. Listen up.
I was immature, and our kids are so much better off with us apart. So
at least she admitted that she's the one who, you know, destroyed the marriage. But her saying her kids are better off with them apart is absolutely insane.
With them, he's an incredible dad. I have zero complaints about us as co-parents. That said, I was 21 when we met. He was 30. I was really young. I was immature, and our kids are so much better off with us apart. So I'm gonna go back to dating again because I don't think because my first relationship didn't work out and I have kids, that means that I need to be single for the rest of my life. So hopefully I find someone. Like I like tear up every time I say that because I don't believe I'm going to.
I mean, it's gonna be super hard. You're a single mom. You publicly embarrass your single mom divorcee who publicly embarrassed her husband every day online talking about your relationship. I mean, how do you expect a man to stomach that? I'm really trying to understand how do these women expect a man to really stomach that? So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. That was a big or quick hitter, hour and 19 minutes. I'm gonna start doing some more streams like this because we're doing pretty good numbers on X, man. We're doing pretty good numbers on X. We got 158 live viewers on X right now. But on YouTube, y'all know they be fucking with my numbers and shit. So I don't even expect anything out of YouTube. But definitely gonna get my streaming up because we're doing good on X. And we I mean, I be having some tweets that be going viral for no reason, honestly. But yeah, we got to take advantage of this momentum. We got 3 watching on YouTube, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, YouTube is, I mean, they're just completely trash. Like they've completely destroyed my algorithm on this channel, but that's fine though. So yeah, I appreciate everybody for joining the stream. You already know what it is. It's your boy Reclaiming Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship request email down below. Screenshot of your CashApp so know you're paying tithes, man. Y'all need to be in more freaking with the BS. And you already know. Reclaim your
Want to
throne.
become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.